Well, here is a rather unappetizing thought. Every drink of water you've ever taken has been used before, recycled and filtered either by man or by nature. So when an Oklahoma student FFA program began a lesson on water conservation, they did not look down below, but up above. Joining me now is our Lisa Hines.
Rob, the recent drought has many areas trying to figure out how to stretch their water supplies. And that's why one group of students at Latta High School are becoming used water dealers.
When you think of harvesting, you usually think of crops. But Seth Reeves, advisor to Latta FFA, says they're harvesting something different: water.
In the last few years in Pontotoc County, we've had several restrictions on watering grasses and yards and things, and so I just wanted to start looking at ways that we could here at the Ag Building teach people and show people an actual model on how to reclaim and harvest some of these natural resources to use in the future with the drought.
Using gutters and barrels.
Most buildings already have gutters on them, so why not divert those gutters into the tanks so that they can start collecting this natural resource.
Gene Reeves is with Elite Tank of Ada and says they wanted to get involved because of a new Oklahoma law.
And because of that, I went to my president of our company, Mr. J.B. Bolin, and asked him if we would partner with Seth on this rain harvesting project to help him so we could show our community and our agriculture people just exactly how we can save water for their animals or just for their home.
Now Seth says you can even drink the water collected.
My Ag 1 class, Agri-Science 1, we're going to be doing water quality studies in January on this so that we actually take slides from the diverter system that we had out front and the actual tanks we had out back. And we're also going to test the different colors of tanks to see if any light passes through and is able to cause bacteria to grow on any of the tanks. We're going to do several different things, so whenever we continue to move forward, our goal is to, as a chapter, to start marketing this through our natural resources class next year and start pushing this and promoting this as a way of, hey, this is another form of collecting drinking water for not only your animals and your plants, but also for human consumption.
Student Will Ellison is even taking this project and using it in a pitch competition for another student organization, DECA.
This project is so needed because our resources are running out, and therefore we're going to have to rely on something totally different than that.
And the FFA students are putting the water to good use.
We're using it in our greenhouse. I have 2 students right now that are doing agri-science projects. And they're testing different waters, well waters, sulfur well water, tap water from our city of Ada, and then our rainwater that we've captured in our barrels. And so we're hypothesizing that the rainwater will grow the plants better with less need for the extra added fertilizers and nutrients.
And it's a simple system.
The system we set up in the front, I wanted to set that up to show consumers that that's what it needs to look like on your house. The diverter system, the leaf eater, all of that is so important in the process, and so how it diverts the material, diverts all the refuse from any animals that may have been on top of your house, and so as that goes down and it starts to filter that water, then you only get clean fresh water into your tank.
Over the next several years, Seth says they hope to show a decrease in water usage at the school and pass on how to do that to the wider community.
And take a little pressure off our water system here in Ada, then hopefully that'll expand and move out. And so we'll just see where it goes from there.
Harvesting water to save water, one barrel at a time.
Seth says he plans on using their rainwater harvesting to water Latta High School's baseball and softball fields. They're also putting in an aquaponics system using the rainwater they collect to help grow herbs for their school's lunchroom, as well as hosting a presentation for the community to learn how to harvest their own rainwater.
Well, Elisa, certainly sounds like Latta FFA is really thinking about that area's future.
They are, Rob, and none of this would be possible without a $2,000 Living to Serve grant they received from the National FFA and the transportation company CSX.
All right. Thank you so much, Elisa.
You're welcome, Rob.